What's up, fellas? So, an important video for all my guys out there. Okay, so I try to make sure I be fair over here. I try to make sure I do some purpose videos, some purple pill videos, some red pill videos. Today, we're going to be on some purpose. All right, so I had a loyal patron supporter wanted me to tell him how much money he should be saving each month. And I simply replied, you shouldn't save, you should invest. Now, I've said that in the past videos, but today I'm gonna go over how much you should invest, where you should invest. I'm gonna get more specific, all right? And you know, normally when you make these financial videos, the average person would say, I'm not a financial guy, consult, blah, 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 all this shit, you know, whatever. I'm not even gonna say that because I'm so drenched in what I'm finna say. I believe in what I finna say so much that I'm not even gonna say that crap. This is how, what I'm telling you guys is really not no gamble. It's a safe bet. If you wanna buy individual stocks, then you go buy individual stocks. I wouldn't advise none of you guys to buy individual stocks. What I'm telling you guys is the safest route to becoming a millionaire in your lifetime. And I'm not talking about when you're 90 years old on a cane, on a dialysis machine. I'm talking about when you're 50, 55 years old, still pretty young and still can live your life. Obviously, you can become faster than that if you got more to invest. But I'm just speaking from the, you know, a regular guy who makes 35 grand a year, right? That, you know, a regular 35, 40 grand a year guy who has a decent job and just want to become, you know, retire with some dignity. All right, guys, so what you guys should do who wanted this question, first thing you need to do is you need to have an emergency fund. That is paramount. You must have that. 6 to 12 months. Some people say 3 to 6 months. I don't know who the fuck came up with that figure. Like any of y'all guys know, I always have said 6 to 12 months. Okay. 6 months if you got like a real steady job, say you're a police officer or a firefighter or something like that. Right, that's a pretty, I mean, obviously, you know, the state can go through tax cuts and stuff like that. But, you know, y'all guys get what I mean. That's a pretty safe job, just as long as you don't, you know, improperly arrest somebody or, you know, shoot somebody that you ain't supposed to shoot. But by and large, that's a pretty stable job. Opposed to a YouTuber who make red pill videos who call women bitches and hoes in every fucking video. All right, that's a little bit more unstable. So a guy like me better have 12 months worth of savings. I could literally wake up tomorrow and my YouTube like, fuck you, channel gone. Okay, so if you somebody like that that's in an unstable bracket, you probably want 12 months. If you somebody who got like a good state government job that don't never do no layoffs and stuff like that, or rarely do layoffs, you know, some of these factories. I worked for a factory back in Alabama that said they hadn't had a layoff since they was open, and they had been open for like 30 some years, guys, when I was a machine operator. Okay. The name of the factory was Genpack. Okay. So that should just let you guys, if you got something like that, of course I lost it, cussed the manager out, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother video. All right. I think I done told you guys that story a couple of times in the past, but anyway, so you want to make sure you got your emergency fund, because if something was to happen, you don't want to have to go in and withdraw your savings while the market may be down. Because you guys got to understand about the market, it's an average over time. And the market moves like this, guys. Let's say the market is right here when you start investing. So let's say it's right here right now, which is supposed to be over 30,000. The Dow Jones is supposed to be over 30,000, right? But this is how the market goes, right? You see these little dips? But now if you notice the line over time is going up. And that's what happens. See, it started right here. And although it's going through dips, over time that line goes through dips, but it still goes up. You don't want to have to withdraw from your savings or your investments portfolio when the market is down. Okay, that's why you want to have the emergency fund to protect you from having to withdraw money at a point. Let's hypothetically say you somebody who didn't have an emergency fund, right? And COVID hit. Remember when COVID hit? Okay. And let's say you lost your job at that same time due to COVID, but you ain't have no emergency fund. And y'all remember how the market was way down? So you ain't somebody who got an emergency fund, you got laid off. So now you got to go over here while the market is down and withdraw from your retirement. You see what I'm saying? On that point, you took a loss. You don't take a loss in the stock market, guys, till you withdraw your money. I don't care how bad it is right now. You still haven't lost. Somebody say, well, I'm down 200,000. No, you ain't. You ain't lost 200,000 until you withdraw your money. It only matters when you start withdrawing your money. I don't care if the market is down for 10 years. Okay, guys? So that's why the emergency fund is paramount. You don't want to have to go in there and withdraw your money. Now, you got the two biggest ones, guys, are the Roth IRA and the 401k. Now, most of you guys who got jobs that offer the 401k, any financial guy with a half a brain will always tell you to at least invest as much as they're willing to match. And I would agree with that. Okay? You want to always max out that as much as you can. Now, the difference between the Roth IRA and the 401k is the Roth IRA, guys, is pre-tax. So that means that it does not bring down your tax deductions. Okay. But the benefits to the Roth IRA is that when you withdraw it out, you don't pay tax on the interest that it occurred. Now, that is paramount, guys. That is key. The government says, anytime you make $1, I want my cut. Okay? I get money from YouTube. Uncle Sam is standing there with his hand out saying, motherfucker, where my cut? I sell a book. Uncle Sam standing there saying, motherfucker, where my goddamn cut? I do a consultation. Uncle Sam standing there saying, where my motherfucking cut? You buy a rental property and you flip it and you sell it, made $50,000 on the flip. Uncle Sam is saying, motherfucker, where my cut? Even if you get the capital gains, he still want his 15 to 20% cut. Okay? So if all you guys know what capital gains, that's just when you have an investment over a year, right? So they do cut you a little slack if you have an investment over a year and you make a profit. You will get that. You will be in that 15 to 20% tax bracket, opposed to the, 30, 32, whatever tax bracket you in with your normal active income, right? So they do give you a little break, but he still want his cut. Okay? So the fact that the government is willing to let you put money into an investment portfolio, let it accrue money, right? Let it accrue money. It don't matter that you already done paid tax on that money that you put in. The government wants a cut of everything that you make. The government is your pimp, is what I'm saying. Uncle Sam, you is Uncle Sam's bitch. That's what I'm telling you. If you don't read the language and what I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. You Uncle Sam bitch. You make $1, he want his fucking cut. This is the only thing that I know of off the top of my head that Uncle Sam will let you make money in this country and not charge you anything for, outside of, charities and stuff like that. But this is the only thing. And guys, we're talking about a lot of money if you let it stay in there for years. With the 401k, it's post-tax, which means that it brings down your taxable income. But when you withdraw it, you have to pay tax on it. That's a big difference. So I wouldn't tell you guys not to do the 401k because most employers have an employer match. So you want to take advantage of that. But somebody like me or somebody who's like a self-employed person and you can't do both, I'm going to tell you, if it's me, I'm going to tell you to do the Roth IRA. Just because you're going to get that money tax free at the end, which is key, guys. All right. So in the Roth IRA, right now it goes up all the time, right? Because of inflation. But right now it's $6,000. $6,000 a year. That's $500 a month. Well, you guys gonna say, well, AMS, I don't have $500 to spare. You sure about that? How about you stop taking them bitches out to those nice restaurants? How about you not worry about getting that car trying to look rich? How about you don't take your income tax and do dumb shit with it? How about that? How about you take that 3-4 grand and invest it into your Roth IRA? How about that? How many of you guys already got your income tax spent 3, 4, 5 months before you even get it? I used to do that. I used to literally sit down and spend my income tax in September. When the money hit my hand, it was already gone because I already planned what I was going to spend on it 4 months ago. See, this is the point where you guys got to stop drinking the sauce. Any one of you guys could be anything you want to be. You guys got to lose this victim mentality. You guys, when y'all guys see that these rich families and stuff like that, the reason they rich like that is because besides the ones that became self-millionaires and bust their butt, but a lot of them, the people that left them an inheritance, these people usually had investments, usually the stock market or something like that, or real estate that appreciated over time and made the family millions and millions of dollars. So you guys can change your family tree forever. By the time you die, if you guys are 21 right now and watching this and you invested $500 a month into your investment portfolio, Roth Ira, by the time you get 80, this thing, that would be probably like $20 million. I haven't did the exact math on it, but I just know off the top of my head, it'd be like $20 million. So you die 80 years old, you worth $20 million. All you was an electrician. You guys get what I'm saying? You guys got to lose this victim mentality. Stop spending your money before you get it. You have to sacrifice. Most of you guys got $500 to spare a month. If you cut something out, if you cut them Jordans out, you got to buy the bar at the club. If you cut that bullshit out, guys, you would more than have it. Most of you guys got your retirement in the driveway. When you could have very easily got a $2,500, $3,000 car to get you back and forth to work. But no, everybody got to keep up with the Joneses these days. You see what I'm saying, guys? So you don't want to save, you want to invest. Now, some guys gonna say, well, AMS, you told us to invest in ourselves. Let me say this on this aspect. I do want you guys to invest in yourselves, right? But the fact that Uncle Sam is giving you this money completely tax-free off of the money that it makes, I want you guys to think about this, right? Let's say you guys take $20,000 of your money and you invested it into something and it started making you $100 grand a year. Uncle Sam want his cut out of that. Uncle Sam, for this $6 grand that you invest a year, Uncle Sam saying, you know what, I'm gonna let you slide on that. I'm gonna let you know what, don't even worry about it, dog. You go on with that. Uncle Sam want to cut everything, but this is one thing that he don't want to cut out of. Uncle Sam even want a cut if you go give a family member a big gift. They want their cut. Uncle Sam saying, shit, you gave your mama $100 grand, where my cut at? Now I think it's something with that, that's something y'all might want to check with a CPA. I know it's some provisions with that or whatever, but by and large, even if you give somebody a big gift at a certain amount, I have to research it to get. I don't know. If somebody know exactly what it is, write it in the comments. But I know it's a certain thing that if you give somebody a big gift, Uncle Sam still want they cut. That's if you giving somebody a gift. Okay, guys. Oh, now the thing might be is if it's pre-tax. I can't quite call it, but I just know you can't give people big gifts without paying tax on. Let's put it like that. That's what I'm saying. Uncle Sam want to cut every goddamn thing. Okay, guys? So you want to take advantage of this. Now, outside of that, make sure you invest in yourself. But I would make sure, if I, given the choice, if I had $500 to invest in a month to invest in a business, or $500 to invest into a Roth IRA, I go with the Roth IRA. Y'all guys want to know why the average person would rather do the $500 into a business and get rich quick? That Roth IRA, guys, is it's gonna be slower, but it's gonna be steady and it's gonna be consistent. Now, any financial guy that y'all guys got some credibility to them, right? Anybody, Dave Ramsey, Warren Buffett, Graham Stephan, anybody that y'all guys who respect on a few YouTubers, they always would tell you to go with Vanguard because of their expense ratios. Vanguard got pretty much the cheapest expense ratios, which cuts into your profits. Okay, guys, just look at it kind of like a brokerage fee. That's basically what it is. It ain't like a brokerage fee. That's what it is. Okay, it's they cut of making shit happen. Okay, and they got the cheapest ones. All right, Warren Buffett. Everybody says if you ever watch any of these financial guys that's accredited, they always say Vanguard. All right, and I can speak from experience that Vanguard's index funds, the S&P 500 is $3,000 to enter it. All right, that's $3,000 just to enter it. So, in the S&P 500 has historically given you guys about a 10% return on investment over time. That means that it might give you 20% one year and then turn around the next year and give you 1.5%. That's what average means. That don't mean every year you're gonna sit there 10%, 10%, 10%. It might give you 3% one year, 8% one year, 6% one year, then shoot up one year 24%. Then that's how the stock market works. Then the next year it drops back down to 7%. It's just all over the place. But over time it goes up. That's the S&P 500, guys. Okay, I wouldn't advise none of you guys to do individual stocks. If you got money to blow and you just want to take that chance on striking it rich, I guess you could do individual stocks. But anybody with a half a brain would always tell you guys primarily stick with index funds, which means you're instantly diversified. The S&P 500 is the top 500 companies in America. You pretty much can't go wrong by and large, in my opinion. You only lose if the 500 companies, the 500 biggest companies in America collapse. That's the only way you lose. And if that happens, guys, essentially America has ended. I mean, you just think of it. We're talking Walmart, Apple. We're talking the biggest companies just collapse. If that happens, nobody's working. If nobody's working, you don't have no circulation of money. That's how all this works, guys. That's how the economy works. Circulation. If nobody's working, nobody's buying no products. Nobody is buying my books. Nobody is going to restaurants. Nobody is on Amazon. So everything just collapses. So essentially, if the 500 biggest companies in America collapse, then America has just come to an end. So that's suffice to say that's why I'm so confident in saying that. Okay, guys. So that's what I say, you guys. I wrote some numbers down, so I want to get these numbers out on what so if you started at by the age of 21 and you maxed out the Roth IRA every year, all right, into the S&P 500, which is historically giving you back a 10% return on average. The actual number is 9.8%, but let's just say 10. It makes it easier for the math. By the time you got to 30, if you started at 21 and maxed it out, you'll have $95,000 into your Roth IRA, and you only invested $54,000. By the time you reach 40, you will have over $343,000, and you only invested a little over $114,000. All right, that's all. That's like a $225,000 profit right there, guys, worth of interest. By 50, if you maxed it out every year from the age of 21 to 50, you'll have over $986,000 with only you investing over $174,000. Look at that, guys. Look how much money that is. That's over $800,000 worth of profit. All right. By 60, you will have over $2.6 million by the time 60, if you maxed it out every year in the S&P 500, and it maintained that 10% average, and you have been only invested $234,000. By 70, you have $6.9 million if you maxed it out, and you only invested $294,000. Do y'all guys get that? So the point being, guys, is, and all that is tax free. And I'm going to tell y'all guys, as a trainer in New York City, I actually trained a man and a woman who was 72, 73. And I'm talking about, I mean, you never could tell, but the way how vibrant they was and alive they was, I would say they got at least another good 10 or 15, 20 years left. Of course, you never know, anybody could die to drop dead the next day of a heart attack. But I'm just saying, they was active. They wasn't on no cane or no, wheelchair or nothing like that. They was living their lives traveling the world. So that's what I'm saying, guys. So I want you guys to invest in yourself, but make sure you take advantage of these tax advantages, because, guys, it ain't what you make, it's what you keep. I mean, that's just the honest truth. And with this Roth IRA, all that money would be tax-free, guys. All right. So I just wanted to clear that up. Guys been asking me more specifics on what to do. If it's me, you do what you want to do. I'm investing into a Vanguard S&P 500, all right, index fund. That's what I would do, and that's what I would advise anybody to do. All right. All right. I'll get back with you guys later. Time to heat things up a little bit. So I had a loyal patron supporter on my signs you should look for if a woman is cheating, if you're purple pill video. And he made a smart comment, but I disagree with it. He said, as a purple pill man, you should trust your gut and not worry about looking for signs. And I'm going to tell you why I disagree with that statement. For all you guys who remember me back in the previous lifetime, the old Savage AMS, this would have been a video that I would have came on here going off because somebody disagreed with me. Any of y'all guys who've been around since the beginning, whenever I made a, response to somebody who made a comment disagreeing with me, when I made that next video responding to it, it would be hell to pay. I don't really do that no more because, some guys can't handle that type of heat. So I handle it in a little bit more calm. Also, I've been on YouTube so long now that people disagreeing with me don't bother me as much as it used to when I first got on YouTube. How dare you disagree with me, motherfucker? I'm never wrong. That dumb shit. But anyway, he disagreed. He said, don't worry about the signs. Just trust your gut. And the reason why that's wrong, guys, is because as a purple pill man, your gut is always going to tell you a woman is cheating. You just always naturally going to feel like that. Because once you understand female nature, they're capable of it. It'll be sort of like you guys having your own money business and then hiring somebody who went to jail from embezzling money from their last job. You get what I'm saying? You'd never trust them. You might try to be a good Samaritan and give them a job and try to be a good public servant, repay society by hiring them, giving them a second chance. But you always going to be looking around the corner at that motherfucker. You ain't going to never trust that motherfucker. You always going to be looking at them cameras in your office, just looking at them like, you don't never trust them. That's the way it is when you're a purple pill guy. Your gut ain't going to never trust. Let's understand something about purple pill guys. Okay, this is the thing about purple pill. You don't become purple pill by hearsay. So what is a purple pill guy? You don't go from blue to purple pill, guys. You go from blue to red back to purple. That's how it goes. You don't go from, I'm blue pill, I experienced some trauma in my life, now I'm purple pill. No. You experienced trauma, you went through red pill, and then after being red pill for a few months or a few years or whatever, then you got your ass whooped in the dating game, and then you went on and went back to purple pill. What do I mean by got your ass whooped in the dating game? I don't literally mean you got your ass whooped. What I mean is, let's just face it. Dating is shit. That's just call it what it is. Even if you somebody like me who always got a 3-4 girl rotation, right now it's up to 3, and I'm gonna try to keep it. I don't really want to go to more than that. But to get to that 3, how much bullshit you had to go through, right? And I'm like the top pro, right? And It's just you have to go through so much women bullshit that most guys at some point just be like, man, I know women have their flaws and I know these bitches ain't no good. But this dating shit, it's just, I can't take it. Let's just call it for what it is. Basically, women are kids with tits. That's what they are. Little children with tits that play little games all the time. And you know, I always find it funny that they play all these games and then they can come to my channel and accuse me of teaching men how to play games. See, they don't like it when the shoe's on the other foot. They want to sit around and do all their little attention games and little mind games and little tricks here, this, that, and the other. Hey, y'all so frustrated, right? Hey, you so frustrated that you just go purple pill because you get tired of the bullshit. So that's basically, now, do some guys just go purple pill because it's just who they is? They not into some guys go purple pill out of scarcity. Some guys go purple pill for legacy reasons. But I would probably bet that the overwhelming majority of you guys watching me right now go purple pill because you spent a couple of years in the dating game and you like, man, this is a bunch of bullshit. You know, I went back in my days when I used to be in relationship. I don't want to say beta male days, but I guess you would say they were beta male days, right? The reason I don't like to say that is because I only think you're a beta male in a relationship if you're in a relationship out of scarcity, right? If you're in a relationship and you're in abundance, I don't think that make you a beta male. I think that's a choice that you making. I think if you're in a relationship out of scarcity, like you have a fear of options, then yes, that's a beta male. But I remember back in the day when I used to do relationships and we would go through our little breakup and stuff like that. I remember being so happy when we would get back together, when we would work things out and I could take my ass back home. I just remember, man, like being on the dating scene and shit, just full of bullshit. I mean, I'm like, man, these girls are trash, right? So that's why most of you guys went back purple pill to begin with, all right? So if you got that trauma in the back of your head from experience, either you saw some trauma, like, let me say when I say trauma, guys, if you are fucking somebody else's girlfriend, that's gonna cause you trauma. How can you trust a girl? Most of you guys are not red pill because you got your heart broke. Once you fuck a couple of dudes, girls, or a couple of wives, you be like, man, I don't want no girl. How many of you guys on here done got your dick sucked by a girl in a relationship? That shit would traumatize you. I done got my dick sucked by a girl who sucked my dick, right? Had a boyfriend, he calling, she get through sucking my dick, she go in the bathroom, return the call, and I say to myself, what she's gonna do when she sees him? What y'all think the first thing she gonna do when she see him? Kiss him dead in his mouth. Okay? Now, she was brushing her teeth in the bathroom or gargling or something. She was doing something. It don't matter. It don't matter. My dick been in your mouth. Unless you gargling Clorox, keep your lips away from me. How many of you guys think it's okay if your girl sucks somebody else's dick and then brush her teeth and come home and kiss you? That don't make it right. Oh man, it's okay. She brushed her teeth, so hell fucking no. So once you go through that, that's enough to cause you trauma just as much as the guy who got cheated on. Probably even more trauma. Let's be honest with it. Cause I done been with girls, dudes blowing up their phone, I'm sleeping with her, and she gonna go home with him. That's gonna cause you trauma you could never forget. So if you see something like that and you experience that, you never going to trust a woman again off of your gut. So let's just be honest with that. So this is why I say you have to pay attention to the signs. Because if you don't pay attention to the signs, if you purple pill, this is what the average purple pill guy is hoping for. The average purple pill guy understands the numbers. He understands that most women are not worth anything and worth trusting. But most purple pill guys hope that at least their girl is that special unicorn. That's what they're hoping for. I know 99.9% of these bitches ain't worth trusting, but my girl is not like the rest of them. And that's the only peace of mind that you can have, is that you know that there are some good women. Not a whole lot, but some. That's what most purple pill men get their peace of mind from, is that I'm thinking that I have a unicorn. AMS said that if a woman is attached to me, he don't believe she'll cheat, and I don't believe she will too. And I think my girl is attached to me, so I don't think she'll cheat on me. That is the only peace of mind that the average purple pill man has. So if you think you're gonna be in a relationship purple pill and be happy, and automatically just assume that every woman is cheating, you'll never be satisfied. You'll always be paranoid. So pay attention to the signs, not your gut, because your gut is gonna always tell you that every woman is cheating. Do y'all guys understand that? The signs that I gave you are little small signs that most people don't even think about. Like the little phone shit. Most people don't even understand the significance of somebody turning their phone down when they're around you. Somebody who has nothing to hide would not turn their fucking phone down. Somebody who has nothing to hide would not have their ringer on silent. Somebody who has nothing to hide will answer their phone around you, even if it's somebody that they don't want to talk to, just so you don't get any ideas that they are doing anything. That's what people who are doing things on the up and up do. Okay, guys? So I disagree with that patient supporter. Much love to that guy. I'm not going to admonish him like I would back in the day. I'm gonna give him a little pat on the shoulder. But you can never be happy as a purple pill guy paying attention to the signs, paying attention to your gut. Okay, guys? All right, I just wanted to clear that up. All right, guys, I'll get back with you guys later.